Hello, dear.
Welcome to Hello, Dear. Thanks for joining us. My name is Pedro Salinas. Today we have a very funny comedian. He has written for The New Yorker many times, and he writes for ESPN. Talib Babb, thank you for joining.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Good, man. I'm good. I was about to just make up some shit, but I'm good. I'm fine.
All right,
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
We were talking, you were telling me that you write commercials for ESPN and that you had to learn how to write ads.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like being funny. It was something, there were other skills that you needed to learn. What are those skills?
Those skills, you gotta like be true to the brand.
Okay, yeah.
Which is like the brand that you're like writing a commercial for. Like whatever that thing is, like you have to like know how people feel about it.
And how do people feel about it? Also, can you talk openly about ESPN on this?
I'm not sure. But hey, well,
I have no ill will toward ESPN. I am curious. So what does ESPN think people feel about ESPN?
I think they feel like they're still like the number one, the worldwide leader in sports.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would say that's true.
Yeah.
So you have to carry that across in the advertising for it.
Yeah. You gotta bring that. And you gotta lean into what the things are known for. Like if you're writing about college football,
Yeah.
you gotta lean into that passionate, like that tradition and pageantry
Yeah.
and all that. You know, you gotta like, and you gotta be, especially in today's climate, you have to be very. It helps to be relevant. So
Right.
So you know, if you can draw things from social media or hop on trends or
Sure.
or tie things back to certain trends and I guess whatever is going on.
Yeah.
You know, like. That'll help. That'll get people's attention, because you still want to get people's attention when you do these things.
For sure.
People see. I mean, people pay for no ads on their streaming. Like literally,
Yeah.
like people. I didn't realize.
I would pay for no ads.
Do you pay for no ads?
No, I don't, but
Okay.
I would. I hate commercials.
That's crazy. See,
Yeah.
that is my life. I need those.
No, I know.
need
Yeah,
to,
I'm
like-
sorry. Yeah, I don't want to.
I know. No,
I don't want to take food out of your mouth, but I do. It's like, it's very rare that there's a commercial that comes on that I'm like, oh, nice.
I feel
This
you.
one again.
Yeah.
But I do understand, especially in comedy, so many people we know, you included, like make their living from copywriting of some kind.
Right.
So it is kind of a devil's bargain you have to make.
And I think streaming is sometimes like that. Streaming, when I like
Yeah.
watch basketball games and stuff on like apps,
Yeah.
it's the same 4 commercials.
It is,
That's
totally.
the problem. Like
That
like,
is really annoying.
Like March Madness, I don't like
Yeah.
March Madness played the Shea the SGA commercial with Chet Holmgren.
Oh yeah, everyone made fun of that. Yeah.
I forgot what they were
What
singing.
a pro wants.
Yeah, what a pro wants.
Yeah.
Like it would have been fine if they played it like once an hour, but you were
Yeah.
seeing it 7 times an hour. Every time
Yeah.
a coach called a timeout, you saw that commercial.
Do you think that commercial is good in any way, or because immediately people were making fun of it? Like, what's positive about that commercial to you?
It catches your eye.
Yeah,
It's stuck in your brain.
that's true. The song is in my head
Right,
now.
like we're
Yeah.
months way past
We're
that
talking
promotion.
about it.
Yeah, way past that promotion from AT&T. We're still talking about it. We'll never
Yeah.
forget it. We'll probably next March Madness, somebody's gonna tweet, "Oh, I'm so glad they don't have that Chet Holmgren
Right.
and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander commercial." Like
Yeah.
it'll be known as that thing now.
So you said you had to buy books to like learn how to like. So what books did you buy?
Oh damn! Oh, I wish I knew. What's my phone? Hey Whipple, Squeeze This. It's a weird name, but it's about the title is based off of. There's a very popular 1970s commercial about this toilet paper. Another one that was very obnoxious.
Yeah.
The book leads off with this about how it was
Being obnoxious helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get in people's brains. You got to be polarizing.
Yeah,
that's half
yeah.
the bat. Like especially now with so
sure.
much content, so much just we're just getting slapped in the face with stuff every day. Whether it's content, whether it's headlines, whether it's news, whatever the case is. Like it's you got to be polarizing. Like who I was. The Olympics just ended, and somebody who's doing the polarizing thing really well is Noah Lyles.
Oh yeah. Wait, give me an example though.
He's like, he started off being polarizing, right?
Yeah.
The first time we really ever heard of him was last summer when he was talking about NBA champions. He was
Right.
like, they're not the champions of the world. Like, we call them world champions, which is also weird because that's a whole Patrice O'Neal bit from 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But
Right.
he did his own little bit in a press conference. I don't even know how we got to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it even came up. The question was asked, but he was like, "You can." I mean, y'all good. They great, but we ain't beat the world. Like he's talking about how like in his sport in track, you running against every country, the fastest out of every region, whatever. And like so the NBA players felt the way, and NBA, we love NBA players. Yeah, like we love like those are some of the coolest guys in pop culture and entertainment. We know their face more than any other sport, I would argue. So
also nobody watches track outside of the Olympics.
Literally, yeah, we got 2 weeks of track, and that's it. So, but that's how that put him on the radar.
Right.
So then last week he does I don't want to timestamp all this, but like he does the Olympics and he does the 100 meters, 100 meter race. He wins it by like I think 1/10 of a second, the closest deficit ever, and like people were rooting for him to lose because of like he was talking shit a year ago about being that world champion.
Yeah, so it caught viewership.
Viewership. He won. He got to talk his shit.
Right.
Then he comes out for the 200 meter, does all this antics, like he's dancing around, like yelling. That 200 meters is actual race.
Right.
Loses, gets bronze. Immediately after the race, he says he has COVID. Like immediately, like he gets wheelchaired out. Paul Pierced out in a wheelchair. Like funny, he can't breathe. He has asthma too.
Okay.
So that's like coupled with it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm sure he probably did have COVID, but it was just weird that like as soon as you get bronze, you want to like
right now
there's an excuse. Now there's something going on. Now this is the whole thing, and now it's just like the other thing that plays into it is like these media sites and these like media handles on Instagram or Twitter, wherever like Bleacher Report, Complex, all these people. They now like whenever Noah Lyles says something, I'm gonna make a little meme card and put the quote. And now it just catches your eye.
Sure, yeah.
It's like
so that's him just sort of using the rules of advertising for personal branding.
Literally,
Yep. But you're trying to use those tools of polarization and pissing people off for whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't really do that for ESPN,
I don't want to piss nobody off because that's the other thing. It can go left if you piss somebody off.
Yeah.
But Noah Lyles, when you're an individual, you kind of like I didn't know who Noah Lyles was a year and a half ago.
Right.
And now, like, that
do you think he did that on purpose, or that's just his personality?
Probably both.
Yeah.
But when you should watch the clip from when he talked about the NBA champions thing. He sounds like a comedian trying to do a bit. He sounds like a bad open micer. Yeah. Like he's like got the pauses. I mean,
sure. It's practice.
It's practice. Yeah. But now it's like, whatever he says. Like even a few days ago, like he talked about. I forgot what it is. Something he got invited to. Like Adidas invited them to an Anthony Edwards NBA players. Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is very good at. He's good with the media.
He's himself. He's just legitimately himself,
true,
right or wrong, right? Yeah. Where Noah Lyles kind of feels like he's playing a character a little bit, trying to kind of feel like he's good at trolling a little bit. And so Noah Lyles got invited to some Anthony Edwards party. And the fact that I even know all this is so annoying. I hate myself. But like,
you know a lot about sports though.
Yeah.
Have you always been a sports fanatic?
Yeah.
And your top sport is what?
Basketball.
Yeah. And then after that,
football.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I hate it all. I hate that I'm disinvested.
Yeah.
Because you get sad.
And I know you're a Sixers fan, right?
Sixers fan and a Packers fan.
Okay, yeah.
Allen Iverson and Brett Favre.
Right. Right. Okay, so it was just based on individual
player.
For sure. So you don't follow any because you're from DC.
So from Maryland. Yeah.
From Maryland. Okay, but you don't follow any teams from that area.
No, I like my piece.
Interesting.
Like I'm already pretty stressed out because of my teams, but like that could really like drive you off a cliff.
Right. That is true.
Wizards and Commanders.
What's your favorite sports controversy of all time?
Favorite sports controversy. Flu game was up. I think flu game was up there a little bit.
Okay.
Like that he wasn't really sick. It was like it was.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, the two rumors are hangover.
Yeah, sure. That's yeah.
And the other one is bad pizza. Like the Jazz.
I've heard that too.
Yes, the Jazz.
That's right. Yeah,
a Utah fan delivered some bad pizza.
Yeah, right. Wow.
And gave him the stomach flu. Which I mean, it's not really a rumor. That's like where the flu came from. The stomach flu itself.
Got it. Yeah.
But the other rumor is that he was hungover.
It'd be funny if it was just like he had like horrible diarrhea. That's not as like poetic.
Not as sexy. No.
MJ's diarrhea game.
Yeah, the diarrhea game. Shorts had just so many skid marks. He was
I guess Paul Pierce had that's why he. Yeah. That's the wheelchair thing, right?
Yeah. Got wheeled out.
He shat his pants. Is that?
I don't know if he shat his pants, but I think it was something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of better sports controversies like that. I'm really like
the two recent ones I liked. Well, Anthony Edwards, the abortion thing.
Send a video.
Send a video.
That was great. That was great.
Funny.
That was great.
And the girl that wanted to have the kid, she sent him the AI generated picture of the baby. She was like, "Look how cute the baby would be." That was very funny. And then Ja Morant at the strip club.
Oh yeah. After the gun stuff.
Yeah, after the gun stuff. Yeah, because there was like a New York Post story about it that I'm obsessed with because it's so funny. It's just like. It just uses all the New York Post. It calls the strip club a jiggle joint.
Jiggle joint.
Yeah, and then it quotes. It says like at one point, Ja Morant ordered, like a 16 wings and a side of fries. It just like gets the order that he got like so accurate. It's like I was like, how many times did they fact check this fucking order from a barbecue restaurant?
Read the receipts.
Exactly. Yeah. No. And I had no doubt that they got it right. I was like, there's no way they like made this up. This is like so true. So yeah, dude. Yeah. Inside, dude. Thank you, Scott. Inside Ja Morant's $50,000 gun-toting booty bender.
That's a great alliteration. Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And it's just great writing. So I think that's one of my favorite. Yeah, and then this amazing picture,
money littered everywhere. That's
for sure.
Man.
How much cash do you think that? I guess that's
$50,000.
$50,000.
Yeah, it's tough to. I mean, shit, $50K just littered on the floor. Yeah.
That's awesome. So that was a good one. I liked that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, I follow the NBA, but I'm a dumb watcher of basketball. Like I don't understand tactics at all. I don't understand plays. I like it. I think it's like cool to follow, and I generally know like which teams are good and which players are good. But I wouldn't be able to hold my own in any actual like substantive argument about it. I follow like reality TV.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, the players are all interesting.
Oh, so you follow it like reality TV?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's like I think the players have interesting personalities. I like the drama of it. I like, watching. I don't know, watching like Kawhi's, buzzer beater, and then Joel Embiid crying, and then all that stuff. That's all like interesting.
It's got that. Yeah, it's got that. And you got Draymond Green fights and slapping people, all types of like. Yeah. It has that eye popping like that captivating like
for sure
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like I think I got all right. Biggest sports controversy just in general. When people say sports is rigged.
Oh,
it's very vague.
That is, that's one of those very vague conspiracies. That's like, I mean, in some way, maybe.
In some, because I mean, you had Tim Donaghy. You had I don't know if you know who he is, but
he was a ref.
Yeah,
right. That's
Lakers,
right. Yes,
Lakers Kings Game 7, 2001 Western Conference Finals.
Oh, he was the ref for that.
He was the ref.
Oh, wow.
Lakers had I want to say 30 free throws in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
And the Kings had 0. I can't remember the exact number.
But I know.
Something insane.
I've heard about that before. Yeah, for sure. Kings fans always like bring that up. It's like that. Yeah. So what do you think happened there? It's like who paid him to
the bookies? Like I think if I know the story correctly, because there's a whole 30 for 30, either a 30 for 30 or a Netflix doc on it.
So bookies paid Donaghy because they were like, we're gonna make profit if the Lakers win.
No, I think he gambled. Like he was just betting. Like,
oh wow,
he was just fixing the game. He's like, oh, I want the Lakers. I'm going to bet $100K on the Lakers to win.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to be refing the game. I'm going to make sure the Lakers fucking win.
Sure. Yeah.
So 0-2 Western Conference Finals. Yes.
When you
Kings robbed, Tim Donaghy claims.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Yes, the robber claims they were robbed.
Wait, here's a question, and I'm like very dumb about gambling, but wouldn't at that time have been more profitable to gamble on the Kings because they would have been the underdogs, or were the Kings the favorite to win that series?
Lakers were. I think Lakers were the favorite.
So don't you generally make more money if you bet on the team less likely to win?
Yes, but you can easily, if you're a part of it, if you're the ref, it's easier to sell the favorites winning.
Right, that makes sense.
So, but at that point,
right,
he was like, "Oh shit!" Like he was like, "Hey, Shaq, the fuck, Shaq." Like I guess Shaq's not doing his job or whatever. You know what I mean? Things aren't going the way he's expected it to go.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
So it's easier to just be like, "Hey, they're fouling Shaq."
That makes
They're fouling Kobe. They can't stop Kobe, guys.
If you're in on it, the team that's supposed to win should win.
Yes.
Because, that makes sense.
What? How many free throws what was the disparity? It was something crazy.
Yeah.
They missed 14. That was
We'll find it somewhere.
okay.
But yeah. Okay, that's a pretty good one. So what I've heard the thing about David Stern freezing the envelope for the Knicks to get Patrick Ewing or some shit like that in the early 80s.
Well, Stern also stopped Kobe from going, or Chris Paul from going to the Clippers, to the Lakers.
That's I knew that. Yeah, and then I guess I've heard that the conspiracy theory. I've heard this from Bill Simmons' podcast, the most famous fucking sports podcast in the world. So this is nothing new, but that Michael Jordan didn't retire; he was suspended. Like he didn't retire for those 2 years. It was like you're fucking gambling too much.
I've heard that too. Yeah. I think those are some good conspiracies, good controversies. But like just giving.
But the Kings Lakers. That's the only time I've actually. That's like a pretty convincing. Oh, this actually was rigged.
Yeah, it's something. It always pops up. It always pops up where like, what did you have to make that call right there? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was? Are you serious? Like, that wasn't a.
But this is how I'm dumb about sports. Is that I'll be watching and someone will be like, "What the fuck was that call? That was bullshit." And I'm like, I literally don't understand what a foul is. I mean, I know what it is, but like, I don't know if that should be one or not.
Right. It's weird. Yeah. I mean, and also it depends on who's like. Every fan, if your team is losing, you're gonna be like, "This is rigged." You're never gonna just take it. You're never just gonna accept that your team ain't good enough.
That's not the fun. That's not fun about being a fan. It's like, well, they have a point.
Right? No. Refs. I don't know why people even be refs. Like, what makes you want to be like, I'm gonna?
It's interesting.
Decide.
In some ways, it's both a selfish and selfless job.
Yeah.
Selfish because it's like you have all the power over this. Not all of it, but you have a lot of power over this game. But also, it's like nobody dreams of being a ref. So it's just like, I want to be a part of this game. This game needs refs. Basketball would be every sport would be bad if there were no refs,
right?
Because otherwise you can just do whatever you want. It has no meaning. But yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of them are like lawyers and shit too. So it's really weird. Yeah, NFL. A lot of them are lawyers.
Wow,
because there's no. I don't think
because they don't have to move around very much.
No, I don't.
Because I feel like for baskguy you have to be athletic. For soccer, for sure, you have to be athletic because you're running around for like 90 fucking minutes.
Yeah, you seen the guy NFL dude, you know, Ed Hockley? He's like the fucking jack. I think he's like 70. He might have retired, I think.
And he was a lawyer? Or no, you're saying?
I think he was a lawyer.
Whoa.
But a ref too. Like he was like the jacked ref. Damn. Like, yeah, like, and then like there's a couple NBA refs that are like some of them. There's a few NBA refs that are kind of jacked. Like, like they could beat the coach's ass. I don't know if they're beating the player's ass. They could beat probably like a few small players. They could beat like Isaiah Thomas.
Oh wow, like, he is ripped. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Would you ever get jacked?
The problem is you get jacked, you gotta stay jacked.
You gotta stay.
You can't like
can't slip.
Can't slip. You get jacked and then you like, damn, I never seen that. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that's him like doing his fucking law school homework or whatever. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I would probably not. I would want to be slim and toned, but not jacked.
Yeah, toned is good.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, I've been doing this as a joke a little bit, but it is a true thought that makes me sad. It's just like I will never have abs. I think I've gotten to that point where I've kind of accepted like it's over. Dude.
Every summer
I'm drinking beer right now. I wouldn't be doing that if I thought I could get abs.
I know. That's when did you have that realization? When did it hit you?
Like a month ago,
bro. Literally the summer of like accepting it, but I'm still fighting.
Because I'm 32, so it's
same. Yeah. So I'm like, bro, I've been trying to get this done for like 13, 14 summers now. Like
you've been trying to get abs for 13,
basically 14? Every adult summer I've been like, I'm gonna get abs, and I had chances.
Is it a beach thing or just like a
just in life? Just one of just like,
dude. Also, any fat on your body is so much more painful in the summer. Yeah, every extra pound it feels like 5 extra pounds in the heat.
I know. Like,
yeah.
It sucks, man. Like,
it's brutal, dude.
They talk about like Drake buying abs, and like the more I get, I'm like,
tell me about this.
Kind of get it.
What do you mean by like he like what? Like he got plastic surgery to?
Yeah, he bought abs. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
But how do you buy it? I guess I don't know. What's the procedure that
I have no idea.
Because if I get some money, maybe I'm interested.
That's the thing. That's an insane level of rich where you're like, all right, I'm just gonna buy the shit I want. That's a crazy. I don't think I could really do it. In Colombia,
it's like does that mean like he got liposuction or like Ab etching. Whoa.
That's nuts. Yeah, that's
just hilarious.
That is
man.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's insane.
So funny, dude.
I wouldn't do it because it's just like I feel like one of those things you're gonna have to keep getting maintenance done. You can't just do it once and then who knows the long term effects on that shit. Like but also he's got the money to
he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. But I'm sitting here like, man, like after I leave the gym and I do my little I got a little ab wheel thing and I'm like I see like a 1% of a result. I'm like, I see why he does it. I see why people just buy their body parts.
Right.
Like,
because then it's like you can't eat bread.
Bro,
I love
bread, dairy, beer. I love this is a beer shirt. I got this at a brewery. I love beer.
Yeah, dude, totally.
And I gotta like
you gotta eat boiled chicken. Absolutely horrible, dude.
Like, damn, man.
And then fuck, I was thinking of someone else. Yeah, I just feel bummed out about that. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Kumail Nanjiani famously
for sure.
got jacked because so that he could be in Marvel movies, and then he was in a Marvel movie and it sucked, and all the reviews for it were horrible, and then he read all the reviews and then he got depressed.
Damn.
So it's like, well, what was that all that for?
But see, I would do that though. If you told me, hey, Talib, if you can get a 6-pack by December, we will give you $1 million role in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I would do whatever it takes. But I'll stop eating bread. I'll put down the beer.
Would it just be for the money or for the abs and do you think it would be cool to be in a Marvel movie?
Absolutely. All of it.
Yeah. Do you like Marvel?
Marvel's cool. I'm not the biggest like superhero movie person.
Sure.
I watch a lot of sports, but like movies I'm like in and out on.
Okay.
But for the money for sure. Money and the opportunity. Like, hey, you get to fucking if you get abs, imagine like exposing them to the world in a Marvel movie. Like, all right, that guy
is true.
You're like, oh, people are looking at you as a beacon of hope.
Do you think having abs and being visibly ripped, because you could get abs but still be sort of like look the same, like you'd still be kind of like skinny and you wouldn't tell. But what if you got like fucking pumped? Do you think that would help or hurt your comedy? For example, I think it hurt Dave Chappelle's comedy.
You think it hurt him being Jack?
Yes.
Yeah, he went from slim. Yeah, he went from slim to Jack. And
he was so skinny.
He looked super skinny. Yeah,
he looked. I mean, that's the thing. It's like in early Dave Chappelle. It's like, and many people pointed this out. It's like his stage persona was like Bugs Bunny, very sort of like wily, kind of like subterfuge, little. And now it's like, oh, I'm ripped. I smoke cigarettes on stage. I'm the GOAT.
Yeah, you're right. It helps to look funny.
Yeah,
and when you look strong, you don't look funny.
Yeah. You're just like, oh, that's a cool guy. That's a cool rich man.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. I think it would definitely hurt.
Yeah,
being strong would definitely hurt. But yeah, you don't want.
And then what if Matt Rife got really fat?
Oh,
that would help his comedy. I think
that would boost him a lot.
Yeah, because that would also be a funny perspective. He was like, I used to be this hot, pouty-lipped, pretty boy, and everyone hated me, and then I ate. I'm gonna. If Matt's listening, I would recommend you gain 400 pounds and come back to Instagram Reels.
Get on that my 600 pound life. Get on that my 600 pound life diet.
You ever watch those shows?
I've seen clips.
They're brutal.
Yeah, it's crushing.
Yeah, they're like Swedish art films and how like depressing they are. It's like I can't believe. Well, they're compelling. Like you do.
Yeah.
But it's like you just turn them on and it's like people on the worst day of their life in some like hospital waiting room, like facing the abyss, And
we record it and
watch it and talk about it right now.
Yeah, it's actually. I mean, shout out to them for like letting us into their world.
That's true.
If I was 600 pounds, I'm not bringing cameras inside the crib.
Yeah,
I'm about to just
I wonder what that or like hoarders. Yeah, I wonder what. I mean, I guess they get paid to do it.
That too.
Yeah. Like, do you watch reality TV?
I do. I watch not too often. I don't keep up with it the most, but like I love After Lockup or Love After Lockup. That's the one. That's the one where they like people in jail or in prison date somebody that's not.
Okay.
And either like
that's pretty interesting. Like anthropologically, that's interesting.
It is because my favorite parts about like there's like some really specific ones where like it's like a 50-year-old dude who like is a pen pal with like a 25-year-old chick.
Yeah.
And like he just goes all out for this 25-year-old chick in prison.
Yeah.
Like the 50-year-old dude is home, right? Like,
yeah,
could access and get with any chick he wants to.
And how did he meet this 25-year-old chick in prison?
Probably online. The best part, he has like a family. Like,
wait, so they met online before she was in prison?
Either before or like there's like websites, there's like apps and sites that you can like.
There's like Prison Tinder.
Yeah, Prison Tinder. Yeah, you can like you can you can like connect and like
is she hot?
No, one in particular. But like, if you 50,
even the story, the plot thickens.
Yeah, if you're 50 and horny and you got like a family at home you do not like,
yeah,
you see this 25-year-old chick or whatever, 28. I think in this scenario,
for sure,
the case I'm thinking about, she was like 28.
Yeah,
and it was so funny because like he had a wife and a daughter. Daughter was like 15. Like, daughter was like very old, old enough to know that her father's being a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like
that
aware, that age to be that aware.
Yeah, definitely.
So like they would tell him like, Dad, like, what are you Dad, what are you doing? And the wife is like, Blake, what are you doing? I forgot his name. Like, what are you doing?
So they were like fully like, they know that this is happening.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's fine. Like, she's like, no, they're accusing you. He's like, no. Like, talking about.
But what was his reasoning? Was he just like, no, we're just friends? Like, what was he telling his wife that was happening?
If I remember correctly, this was like 2 years ago. This is like a storyline from like 2 years ago. But dude was like, he just said, fuck it. Like, he was just like, yo, I'm stepping out and I got this new chick and peace.
Okay, yeah. So
and got it. She comes home. He's like, they spend.
So he left his wife for the woman in prison.
Yeah, and they like spend thousands of dollars. Like, they spend like, but they're paying for their lawyer fees. They're paying for like, if they're doing an appeal, they're doing putting money on their books.
Dude, that sucks. Yeah, too, because it's like that money is basically it's just disappearing into the criminal justice system. It's not like you're buying cool stuff. It's It's like you're buying like over like an overpriced toothbrush from the commissary or something.
You're getting finessed. You're getting finessed. And he when she came home, got out of prison, he bought her a car.
Yeah,
and he's doing this shit on like credit card, like
like
all this shit. And then I think after like a month, and like the thing was like she was in prison. Not that like just because you're in prison doesn't mean you're like you're not capable of changing or like
of course
capable of like being a better person or like you made one bad mistake and to change everything. But like.
But if you're in prison and also like scamming a married man, it's like that's not. I guess it doesn't bode great for.
Right. Yeah. But she, I think she got in prison for like drugs and like scamming, that kind of stuff. That's what she ended up in there for.
Yeah.
So they're telling him, the daughter and wife, like, dog, what are you doing? Like, relax. Like, what are you doing? So I'm not getting played. Like, he's like, I got some new hoes. Like, what are you talking about? It's my new thing. And she comes home, buys her a car. And then, like, after a month, I think she goes and gets married to somebody else.
Damn.
So he has to come back home. It's the greatest. It's a great scene. When he comes back home.
What channel is this on?
This is on
TLC. I feel like TLC would be.
I think it was TLC. TLC or like A&E or some shit like that. But it was like.
Yeah, TLC and A&E are like the. Like, I don't know, the despairing masses of American society. That's where like TLC and A&E really get their bread and butter from.
Yeah, for sure. They get all like the shit that you can't believe people will do.
And like Bravo is like the fashionable, wealthy, like counterpoint to that.
Yeah,
because that's like the Housewives, Summer House, etc.
Oh yes, yeah. I've been hearing about Summer House. Yeah, Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. I think there was.
Yeah, probably.
So of course, Summer's House, Ukraine. Yeah, sure.
That would be cool. That would be a cool new season. Yeah,
but it's so Love After Lockup was probably the biggest one because I just like seeing.
Let's fucking pitch this. It's like do like just a bunch of like dumb hot people live in a house, but it's in a war zone.
Let's see how they survive. How do they thrive? I feel like there's only been like probably 2 or 3 successful Love After Lockup like stories. Everybody else ends in some type of like, because the dudes come home. A lot of times I'll watch it. The dudes come home and they'll be with like, there's some cases where like they'll be with somebody their age. They'll be like 2 30-year-olds.
Yeah, like
the chick might have like a kid from another relationship or something like that. But like the guy is like the girl loves. Usually a lot of times like whoever is not in prison, their family's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sure, yeah.
And sometimes it works out, but then sometimes like the dude comes home. Like this is more like I was one time where a dude came home and he didn't, when he went into prison, he didn't like Facebook and Instagram. That wasn't a thing. So like he got on these sites, these apps when he came home and like just started DMing chicks. Like just started going crazy.
Yeah.
And like I think the lady forgave him because it was like because he did like he'd been in jail for 10 years. You missed out on that whole dating time. You missed out on all the apps. Like, it makes sense. There's some, that's less egregious as compared to like a dude like leaving his entire family for a chick that was eventually definitely going to use him at some point. So
Charles Manson, I think, did pretty well in prison as far as like women being into him.
That's so odd. That's so interesting to me.
I think because he was famous, you know, and he had that like demonic mystique, I guess. Because he was very charismatic. I mean, even before prison, you know, he had this all these like young women in LA who were like, you know, whatever. I guess he was dosing them with psychedelics, and they were like doing everything he wanted. But yeah, in prison, I think. Do you know anything about this, Scott?
Chicks used to write him all the time, right?
Him, Bundy, a lot of those like male serial killers.
Yeah, there's.
Get obsessed with them.
Yeah, it's strange.
We should lock them up too, just for safe measure.
Whoa, this is a name. Hybristophilia. So hybristophilia is
Jim Goad.
The love of a dangerous man, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, they're not safe.
Wow.
I don't trust those. I don't trust them either. Would you ever date a woman in prison?
I was going to ask you, who's your dream woman? Who's your dream celebrity crush?
Dream celebrity crush?
Yeah.
I guess Rihanna was up there. I think.
Okay,
I
so
would say
Rihanna. God forbid, Rihanna goes to prison for whatever reason,
yes.
And then she hits you up. She's like, Talib, I want you. Like, I've been watching your reels.
Yeah,
I've been watching your sketches on Instagram. I think you're so talented.
Saw your commercial.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you'd go for it, right?
Probably. I mean, she's married to A$AP Rocky. But again, look, I'm sorry for being a part of people bringing in like realism into fucking hypothetical. Well, actually, Pedro.
Yeah, right. For the dumbest hypothetical ever.
She's got a family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it depends though.
I didn't answer your question. I'm in a happy relationship now. If my current girlfriend, God forbid, ended up in prison, I think I would continue being with her. I would support her through that.
Does the crime matter?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think the crime would matter. I don't think my girlfriend's a real nefarious type. I think if she went to prison for something, it would be, I don't even know what. I don't even know what would realistically send my girlfriend to prison.
Mm-hmm. People do get framed too.
Yeah,
a lot of
right. Then in that case, it's like you have to. Yeah.
You don't have to, but you kind of start playing.
But I mean, it would be.
You'd be really shitty, like to abandon somebody who was framed for something.
Exactly.
What's the longest you'll hold her down?
If she's in prison?
If she's in prison, what's the longest you're doing?
Damn, dude. I think. These are
the mug shots.
Mugshot. Yeah, there's some good ones here.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one who's winking. She's having a good time.
Yeah. She definitely did whatever they asked.
I think the Hawk Tua girl's going to end up here someday.
You think so?
I just have a feeling.
I can see that. She does like this. I could have read this wrong, but I think she's like doing stuff for animal rights or something.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All
really,
right.
really random.
That's great. Like, was she doing this before the virality, or she used the virality to, help this cause?
That'd be hilarious. I'm going to talk about sucking dick so I can get animal rights.
Well, I just mean it's
I
guess more like I accidentally became incredibly stupidly famous because of talking about sucking dick. Now that I have this platform, what can I do with it that's positive? Maybe that's what happened.
For sure. Yeah. I still find it really funny if she knew how stupid we were as people.
Exactly.
Like, they'll fall for the dick sucking shit.
It's like the International Panda Society has to be like, thanks, Hawk Tua girl, for rescuing Ling Ling.
all the pandas named Ling Ling.
I know. If I was doing that as a bit, I would have probably thought of a different.
No, Ling Ling's perfect. That is the name of every panda.
I know. Yeah,
Ling Ling Junior, Ling Ling Senior. Yes. What? How long you doing? How long if she goes to jail right now?
Oh yeah.
How long you waiting?
Damn, I think. This is so funny. I legitimately feel bad about putting a cap on this hypothetical number that my girlfriend would. I think listen, if she goes to jail for like 25 to life for murder, I think I would be like, I think we probably can't do this anymore. But if it's like, if it's like 3 years, I'd be like, you're like, you're a nice young woman. I think you'll get out on good behavior. I would say like 5 to 10 feels like I could do it. Over 10 probably feels tough.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That sounds. I don't know, man. That's one of those situations that you don't know until you're in it.
What's up?
One of those situations where you don't know until you're in it.
Exactly.
Like you could say like, I do a year,
Yeah.
but then you're like, what? You were what?
This is a funny, and then if you asked her, she'd be like, well, there's no time limit.
Literally, women are
It's
not
like,
waiting.
Damn, dude, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I didn't even know I could lose this hypothetical. This is a trap I walked into myself. I set
sure.
this trap for myself.
That was beautiful though. You did say you would give her some time.
That's nice. Yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
Let's do something right now, Talib. It's called "What's on My Algorithm." So these are videos that came up on my Instagram because of the algorithm thinks this is what I want to watch. First one, let's watch this. This is I'll read the caption. Did this on my 10-hour break right at the pilot. Got in the shower, ate some Subway, and went to sleep. It's that easy, and if I can do it, you can do it too. Let's get better together. This is a truck driver who works out between truck driving shifts. All right. Well, how would you? So for people who, and by the way, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you should watch the YouTube version of this podcast because there's no better way to spend your time than to watch podcasts. I just want every listener to know that.
Please see our faces.
But for the people who are just listening, how would you describe what you just watched, Talib?
Pretty insane. He has abs.
This dude, yeah, he does. This dude's just doing insane calisthenics in like a parking lot in Nebraska.
He has abs. I do wonder, like I know that the big thing was like truck drivers, they get prostitutes during their time like this. Like,
right, yeah.
What did
that is funny, yeah. Is
like,
he getting approached by women? They're like, please. I'm begging you, and he's like, sorry. Yeah,
I got to do this calisthenics. I got to do this CrossFit.
I got to set up my tripod, and
And like, what if we saw like a dude getting sucked off in the background? Like, just
That would
hey
be
man,
cool.
could you not record right now, man?
Yeah,
My wife might
exactly.
see this video. At least crop me out.
Yeah, it's like I get mad when people set up their cameras at the gym. Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine you're getting some action at a truck stop?
Yeah, this is
The willpower is crazy. I mean, I do get it. It's like, I mean, obviously I've never driven a truck, but it's like you're like sitting down for so long. It does make sense that you'd want some activity, but
35-year-old truck driver. I don't know why he felt his name, his age was so relevant to this.
that is true. Yeah.
Hashtag trucker workout. Hashtag soccer training. Hashtag soccer disease.
How would you feel if you were just like at a parking lot and you saw this dude doing this? Would you be like, oh, this is clearly a truck driver influencer? Or would you be like, this guy is homeless and insane? Especially
Probably-
at the end when he just runs. He just like fucking bolts
Probably
toward
the latter, because like
Yeah.
truck driver influencer, it sounds insane. That's an insane
I know,
two
yeah.
words that should never be said together.
Not truck driver, because it's even beyond that, because it's like truck driver influencer, I would imagine, is like a guy who's like, this is what it's like to be a truck driver.
yeah.
Here's my route, etc. I would actually maybe watch that. 'Cause
Yes.
It's like, I'm kind of interested. There's like a truck driver calisthenics fitness influencer.
It's like, bro, please just
Completely nuts.
Drop off the fucking Budweiser in
I mean,
Indiana.
that stuff he's doing with the whatever that's called, the footwork.
Yeah, no, he's great.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Like, he is killing these workouts.
Yeah, we should give it up for
Yes.
that. His form is on point.
Got in the shower, ate some Subway. So
Yeah.
it seems like he's trying to take over Jared from Subway's. He's trying to join that sponsorship.
So that's
Feel that
so
void.
that's an example of what's on my algorithm. It's a lot of like complete nonsense fitness bullshit.
You should have abs by now. Then, if you're
I
seeing
know,
this,
dude.
you
I
should-
know. I think I'm vicariously having abs through the stuff that gets fed to me.
through truck driver influencers.
What kind of stuff comes up for you that's like not like? So my guess. Can I guess what your algorithm would
Please.
be? A lot of comedians we know.
Yeah.
Their crowd work, stand up reels. Probably sports. Probably like.
Yeah.
But let me be more specific. It would be like '90s highlights.
Yeah, a lot of throwback shit.
Yeah, probably like cool like AI stuff, like not AI.
Allen Iverson.
Allen
not
Iverson.
artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
the original AI.
The only AI we acknowledge.
Maybe and one. Is there some and one in there?
Not really and one. It's like a lot of like, it's a mix of like old school basketball and like old school hip hop shit. Like,
oh, nice.
Here's Busta Rhymes in 1998.
Oh yeah. Is
it
it like grainy videos of like here's like Biggie freestyling on a corner or something like that?
Yeah,
That stuff's cool.
Or like pictures, like film pictures and shit like that.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit. There's not much.
Is there anything embarrassing?
Nothing really embarrassing. It's I can look right now. Nothing really embarrassing.
Well, mine's almost entirely embarrassing. Can we go to the next one, Scott?
But I think with that, it's cool because it's like, all right, at least I got like some motivation. Yeah, I got LeBron and 50 Cent back in 2003.
Oh yeah, that is actually that's sick. LeBron and 50 Cent in the same picture.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so sick. Okay, this one actually pissed me off. POV trying to max out my stats at 21. This is a 21-year-old who's just showing off how cool he is
on the monkey bars. Creativity of an artist. This is a terrible video. Like, it's not even like charisma of a superstar.
So it's just the first one is strong as an athlete, then it's intellect of a scientist, creativity of an artist, skills of a polymath, and it's just him like doing cool stuff, dribbling 2 basketballs at the same time, charisma of a superstar, a bunch of random people cheering from a playground. And then a screenshot of his Instagram following,
That's
which is
AI,
cool.
man. This is AI. This isn't
No,
even
I
a
don't
real
think
person.
so.
This can't be a real person.
No, I think this is like a complete fucking
nuts.
dork. But also, I mean, I'm not getting 650,000 likes on anything I'm making. He's 21. What do you think he's going to be like at my age? At our age?
Really annoying. Like,
yeah,
extremely
probably
obnoxious.
very annoying. Yeah.
264,000 followers. Good for him.
POV trying to max out my stats at 21. Where are your stats at right now, Talib?
Horrible. I have stats are not worth sharing. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
Stats
Okay,
are not worth sharing.
let's not do like your comedy stats. Where would you say you're at?
Comedy stats,
Like, and not like your actual metrics on social media, but like in a more kind of abstract way. Like your joke writing. Where would you say those stats are? From,
joke
out of
writing.
10?
I think
you're good. You're a great joke writer. I'll say that for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm always. You always could be better.
Yeah.
Hashtag strive for greatness.
Of course. Yeah.
On some LeBron shit. But I think I'm really like really good. Really like confident in the comedian I am.
Yeah, that's great.
The stats.
That's
I'm
awesome.
trying to give like a. I'm like
you have surprising ideas. Like when I see you do stand up, I'm never like, oh, I saw where that was going. There's always like I don't know. There's a different take, or it's just the stuff that you're talking about isn't what I would expect or feels new to me.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think in those areas, like my thoughts are, like if I had to do like a Madden or like a 2K rated player rating, I think in comedy, like I'm like an 80.
Okay,
and I had some stats are higher than others. Like my thoughts, like 95.
Yeah,
I think my thoughts are like 95.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think like writing is like 85, 90. I think.
Wait, how do you differentiate your thoughts and your writing?
Just literally just like the writing structure.
Oh,
just
got it.
I think my thoughts are really like
how do you execute the ideas that you have?
Yes, literally. Yeah.
Okay.
Articulate. So sometimes like it's hard to articulate stuff.
That's
to,
true.
Like, to a crowd.
Yeah.
So I think like there's always room for all that to be better. So like thoughts are like A1, right?
Yeah.
And then like
nice.
Writing, I still struggle to sometimes articulate some of these thoughts.
Yeah. Do you smoke weed?
I do.
Are you ever high and you're like, dude, I can't believe the stuff that's going through my mind right now?
Not really. Well,
I don't smoke weed anymore, but I would say when I did, I was just constant. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, how is all this genius
blowing your own mind?
Yeah.
You see, I slowed down on weed too. So like,
yeah.
So I would say at that, back in the past, but now when I do it, I'm not as. I think there's a lot of like my weed mind is melded into my like sober mind in the sense of like I'm not as blown away by my thoughts, so like not as it's just like all right, this is just normal thought shit. What else? What other stats?
Okay, so
what other
stats and
metrics?
comedy, stage presence.
Stage presence is like 90. I think I'm pretty comfortable.
All right,
pretty
nice.
comfortable on stage. What else in comedy matters?
Crowd work.
Crowd work. I'm like 80. I don't do crowd work as much. I like it's fun when I do it. I'm not like it's not what I like. It's not what I do a lot. I'll do it here and there. I don't like to. It just
You'll initiate it.
I'll initiate. I'll vibe. I'll just vibe.
Yeah.
If something happens, I'll vibe. I'll delve into it. I'll just vibe. But it's not like I'm selfish. I want to talk.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what I want to tell you about. I don't feel like.
Yeah.
I don't always care about what you got going on, especially if it's like a longer show. Yeah. People already been talking to these people. Like I don't really want
to. Personal branding.
Personal branding. That's something that needs to be. I need to up that. That's like, if I'm being honest, personal brand for like 75. Yeah. I don't know. I was gonna say, my next thing I was gonna say social media. That's where the stats need to be upped.
It's hard.
The stats are low because I kind of don't care, to be honest.
Yeah,
and then,
for sure.
So if you don't care, it's hard to like.
And when you care, it is. It has a way of completely taking over your mind.
Yeah.
And then you can't think about anything else.
Right.
And it has this kind of pulsating, like, how are my numbers?
Right.
You know? It's horrific.
Do you share this?
Yeah.
Like it's just.
And it doesn't matter if things are doing well or poorly. Like mostly the things that I post get very little, and I'll obsess about that for the amount of time that it's on my mind. Occasionally, I'll post something that does really well, and it feels the same.
No, for sure.
After an hour of feeling like, cool, that's awesome, then you're just watching a red notification number go up, and you're like, why isn't the number higher?
Bro, a bunch of laughing emoji, crying emojis.
Yeah.
And you're responding to them, and you're like, oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Oh, I never know how to respond to comments on it, because it's like, the good people respond to every comment with a unique...
that helps the fucking algorithm. You gotta like back and forth with it and engage.
Yeah.
The algorithm rewards you for engaging and using the app, and I don't want to do any of it.
Yeah.
I don't, and your career suffers.
Can I give you my stats as a comedian?
Please. That's
okay.
Your show.
My stats as a comedian. Let's see.
Your writings will be A1.
That's nice. Yeah. I appreciate
Also, I would say the same for you. Like your thoughts and your subject matter, your material, it's so unique.
That's very nice. I appreciate.
Nobody is talking about what you're talking. I don't want to.
No.
Speak on your topics. Maybe you might be dropping a special or something. I've seen you do some jokes. I'm like,
no,
damn.
Yeah. There's no special coming anytime soon. I think
you had a joke you had a cereal joke. You had a breakfast joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. Like nobody. Yes, it was. I was like, this is man.
Yeah, I would say thoughts and writing. I feel pretty strongly in. Stage presence depends. Depends on my mood, and this is the part where I think I need to be more professional. I think sometimes I feel incredibly connected to the audience, and so I'm kind of like riding a wave with them. Sometimes I'm like not making that much eye contact. I'm like kind of inside my head. I'm sort of like trapped in the script a little bit. That happens. I've had various like nervous tics over the years where I'll like keep putting my hand in my pocket or like adjusting my shirt and stuff like that. That stuff I could work on. Crowd work, I would give myself, below a 0, honestly.
You're not interested in that at all.
I wish I was better at it. I think, and I'm like you, I think if something happens spontaneously, I can respond to it in a way that is dynamic and funny. If I initiate it, it's like I'm on a first date and I've been trapped in a room for 10 years. I like don't know what the next thing to say is. Sometimes I've literally thought this. I'm like, damn, I wish I was good at saying funny things on the spot. I was like, dude, that's literally what you're supposed to be good at as a comedian. And I'm like, I don't think I'm that good at it.
Have you ever taken an improv class or have you ever done improv at all?
Yeah, I've never taken a class. I've done improv like a handful of times.
Gotcha.
And it didn't feel like my strong suit.
I feel you. No, half of the battle with crowd work and improv is just like, you literally just, you say what you feel or thought. That's my bag. Like, I'm not even trying. Like, when I just say whatever, like if the person in the crowd said some bullshit to me, I'm coming right back to you with like what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, and it's like
authenticity.
It's just like because everybody's thinking it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking? Like, what do you like? Who are you? Why do you?
For sure.
And so the other things you could just roast them.
But see, I'm not. I think when I roast, it comes across as unpleasant and scary because there's been a couple of times where someone was annoying me, and I was literally like, I really don't like you, and there was no comedy to it. It was just this kind of dry statement, and everyone was like, "Oh,
that's funny to me though." Like if I'm in the crowd, I'm laughing because like that's like to for somebody to pay their money and for somebody that they paid to see to tell them.
I mean, to be fair, I think this was a free show,
but they still had to travel. They had to travel,
but they were being horrible.
They deserve that.
Yeah,
they deserve that.
So yeah, and personal branding. I mean, I don't even know if I could.
I think you have some branding. I think you are.
I mean, I'm trying. This podcast is an attempt in that direction, but I would say up until now, it's been. I think I've never figured out how to take the superficial idea of me and sell it and be like,
gotcha.
I want you to invest in this product, which is me.
Right. Yeah, no,
I've always felt very uncomfortable with that.
It's weird. No. Selling yourself is weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird because then you got to deal with the parasocial relationship, especially if it's like all social media, like that you're like promoting yourself on.
Yeah.
Then you got to deal with this it's weird, man.
That's even when you get that's even like at a successful level. I don't even. It's like that. That's when you have enough of an audience for people to be parasocial with you.
Yeah. I think you have a brand though. I think you're like I said, you're unique. Like you like.
That's nice. Thank you.
You're really like satirical, and you're really like absurd.
That's
absurd.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like Adult Swim would be such a perfect place for you.
Listen, if they're listening,
Adult Swim. You fucking call Pedro.
Call me and let's talk. I love your work.
I know you got some shit tucked away that you could sell to them, like cartoons or I think that is Adult Swim's on Max now.
I know it's on, dude. All
the same shit, but I could see you would do well in the that for Max, Adult Swim, 824. You would,
dude. I should just have on people I know to compliment me.
Yeah,
this feels nice.
Yeah, man.
It's good.
You
do you write pilots or anything? Do you write scripts?
I do. Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, but I think it's still more the branding of. I try to write what I want to write.
Yeah,
but then then the business aspect comes into it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Where could this be, or who am I showing this to? All that shit. It's a lot of shit that it comes with comedy that
it's exhausting. It's hard to think about.
I was just trying to tell jokes, bro. I didn't want to fucking have to be a secretary too, an assistant, fucking financial accountant.
I know.
Book my own travel. I didn't want to do any of this, but do you enjoy doing podcasts? You enjoy the podcast?
I do like this. This feels like it's a nice way to hang out with people that I like, but I would like for you, for example. Mm-hmm. It's nice to talk to you, and I think it feels like a easier way for me to get across my personality than stand up. Honestly, because I think stand up I'm very impersonal.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm very topic based, sort of absurdist, but I don't really like sharing what I actually think about things.
Same, I feel you.
Yeah.
I can understand that. The vulnerability aspect is for some people is easier than others.
Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, I like the way that Mark Maron does stand up, for example, which is so heavy. And I really like him. Not his stand up so much, but his him as a
joke. Yeah.
But I can't. I think I used to think I wanted to do that, but the longer I've done it, the less I feel.
You would like to. This is
separate.
Separate. I feel that. Yeah.
These are some ideas I have that are funny.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think with podcasting, I can be a little bit more, just personal.
You're being you right now.
I think so.
You're being you. That's good.
Yeah. Can we do the next Lucas da Silva? This dude's horrifying.
Is he really an army? Or is this...
I think he's a Marine, yeah. This is just a Marine who's a fitness influencer, and this is just a video of him running.
In boots. He looks like a figurine.
It's a lot of his Instagram. This is just. I'm like, who filmed this and how did they film it? Did they get like a dolly to just kind of like?
This is really on your algorithm? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the search thing, and this is what shows up. That's insane.
I think I ended up following this guy because he was so crazy.
This is entertaining.
Because most of his content is just these absurd workouts where it's like, how do I describe it? It's like he'll have two like barbells like up, and then he'll be doing push-ups on them suspended, or he'll do these like reverse whatever. There's just like it's just like complete ridiculous fitness stuff. It's like it's like Dragon Ball Z shit,
Yeah.
But the videos of him running are my favorite because they look like the Terminator.
No, he looks insane.
It's like completely horrifying, and I reposted this as an Instagram story and just made a joke like this guy's in my nightmares every night or something. This is the guy that chases me in my nightmares every night. And then I looked at like who looked at it, and he looked at it.
You looked at it?
Yeah.
Did he like it?
No, but I think he just saw it, and it was like, fuck. It's the dreams, the nightmare is becoming reality.
I just want to get better every single day. One step closer to my dreams. What the fuck are his dreams?
Yeah, and also it is funny because his captions are all very like humble and like it's all about just kind of like day by day. It's like, yeah. So this is if this is the guy who's protecting the U.S., I guess I feel good about that.
I know. Why the fuck are you recording?
That is true.
Like, get on the coast, on the base.
That is true.
And watch out for terrorists instead of fucking making Monday motivation posts.
What do you think of the military-industrial complex? Do you feel like we spend too much money?
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that. That's a phrase that I've heard before. Never really.
Yeah, it's like it's the relationship between our military and like weapons manufacturers, and that like weapons manufacturers are like, we should go to war more because.
Thanks for explaining. I was gonna wing it. I was like, oh, fuck these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do for sure.
Yeah,
we do. But I mean, the military brings in a lot of money, I guess.
That's true. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, we spend a lot of money on bullshit.
Now, Maryland probably has there's a lot of money in that state in particular for.
Yeah, we spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's we spend. I think the stat was like $2 trillion a year.
Damn,
$2 trillion. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bummer. I don't know if it's possible to. Do you think it's possible that in such a complex society and world that we live in, that there would be no war?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Seems like a part of human nature.
Yeah, we gotta fight.
Yeah,
we gotta fight. I don't want to fight, but
yeah,
just we gotta fight.
Have you been in many physical fights?
No, I've only been in like 2 fights in my life.
Yeah, what happened?
Both of them when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like it was like just on the basketball court.
Oh sure.
Yeah. Scrappy,
Right. Does that happen as an adult? Like you're playing pickup and someone just gets to like whatever.
I'm sure it does.
Does it happen to you though?
No, I don't. Now when I play ball, I don't really get like. Well, for it, I play ball with a lot of comics, I'm playing ball with a lot of like just other adults. So it's not
they're even keeled.
Everybody's usually for the most part. Sure, I haven't even seen like a fight in the basketball court anymore.
Right.
Because it's just like people got to work. I don't think anybody wants to like risk
for sure
work. A black eye at work tomorrow. Like I mean, it could be like you don't even want to roll an ankle on the court because like I got shit to do.
Yeah.
This is I got to take kids out later. Whoever's on the court. So. No, I think the government will love fights. I do think since we pay all this money in taxes and it goes to military shit, it would be cool if we could use some of the fucking military shit.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
If we can get tanks, we can just drive the tank, like once. Cool. Just let me borrow the tank.
I like that. Yeah,
I don't have to I'm not gonna harm anybody.
Yeah,
but let me just,
dude, I love that.
Ride the tank around. I paid. Some of that $2 trillion is me, and you. Like so, we pay taxes.
That's one of your jokes, right? Yeah. I'm glad you used it in this context. Though, it's a very funny. I remember it, and this is an example of your thoughts.
And I truly believe that.
I know.
I truly believe. I think when you talk about thoughts and like when I say my thoughts on stage, for the most part, I kind of believe them.
No,
they're pretty. I kind of like.
And that is like I've never thought of that. You know? Do you know Dan Harumi?
Yes, yeah.
Dude, he has a great joke. I don't even know if he still does stand up anymore, but he has a joke about how, like data, like social media companies make money by selling our data. Mm-hmm. So it's like he wishes he could just be able to do that in everyday life, where it's like if he doesn't have $5, but he goes to the coffee shop and he can't afford to pay for coffee, he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting into surfing."
That's funny.
Yeah, I think that joke and your joke they're just similar. There's an overlap there.
Yes, somehow. No, I think Dan still does stand up. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
but he was really funny, man.
He's hilarious.
He's really hilarious. Like,
yeah, shout out Dan. But
there's a lot of people like in that I think like 2019, like that I would see around like before pandemic. A lot of people that there's a lot of people that I haven't seen since pandemic.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know whatever happened, right? But like people that like
took it out of everybody, man.
But then if it didn't, then what the fuck? You're not real. But a lot of like him, like just a lot of fucking funny people. Like that sounds like a Dan.
Yeah.
Joke.
Wait, but so going back to your joke, what other piece of military hardware would you want to use besides tank?
I would love free camel pants.
Yeah.
We should all get free camo pants.
And camo pants are very fashionable.
Yeah, free camo bucket hats.
Yeah,
like, just get all the get up.
Oh, dude, those big ass backpacks. That's what I want.
With the water.
Yeah.
Shit attachment.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I would just like bring it to the office.
Yeah, like you get your joke.
My backpacks are always too overstuffed.
When we get our tax refund, we should get that too. We should get like. Sorry, fucking throw.
Oh no, please go ahead. Yeah, night vision goggles would be kind of cool.
Hell yeah!
Just to like walk my dog.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Like, let us use some of that shit,
dude. I like that.
If you really pay a lot of taxes, like if you're LeBron and you paid like all your taxes, you should get to drive the fighter jet.
Damn,
ride on the fighter jet somewhere.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Top Gun style,
dude, for sure. Use like drones to film your stand-up sets. Andrew Schultz probably already does that.
Yeah, he's probably got that shit on lock.
Can we go to the Alex Mucci one, Scott? This one's a horny one. Just a fair warning.
You need them.
Yeah.
Okay.
This lady's crazy. That's That's it. What? That's it. All right, so it's just a lady holding up her like fingers, and her index says "you," middle finger says "need," and then last finger says "mom," and then it's just like a lady with big tits.
8.4 million followers.
Yeah, she's really popular. The best thing she does is she'll take insanely graphic, where it's like she's wearing, like a see-through bra when her nipples are poking out, and she's at like the Coliseum. She's at like she's like, yeah, there you go, that one. She's at like these like historic like tourist locations, and I'm just like, imagine you're just like bringing your family to Rome.
You see,
it's like, what the fuck? I also can't tell if she's an AI girl or not. She looks AI.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to tell, but I think she's a real person. But just a ridiculously graphic, Instagram girl. It's fun if you ever look at like hot women on Instagram, and then you see which of the people on Instagram follows them. Yeah, that is always fun. I bet I've come up.
There's some homies that come up on it every hey man, you gotta slow down. You can't.
You know who comes up a lot? The comedian Louis Katz. Every time I look at a hot girl on Instagram and I'm like, who follows her? It's like Louis Katz. I'm like, dude, shout out.
Yeah, like how are you on it?
Shout out. That dude
scout.
That dude is a true horn dog, and I think he would be happy to admit it.
I don't. Yeah, mine doesn't come up on much. I don't really follow. It's weird.
You're not into like hot women on Instagram,
because like, I would think I would be, but like I just don't want my feed to be cluttered with that.
Oh, I've given up on that a long time ago. Oh yeah, dude, I'll get on Instagram in the office, and I'm like, this is an HR violation. Bro,
I'm at work, and I can't just have cheeks just staring me in the face.
Oh, I'm just fully
I can't.
I'm just like, because I teach English as a second language, not to kids, to adults, so that's like fine, that's fine. But it's like, I did actually for a little bit. I taught at an after school program at like middle schools, and I was like, I got it. I got to put the phone. The fucking I
put it
cannot.
away.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like I need to like not be on social media.
Yeah,
So
no,
I don't want to like if I come across some shit, I'm gonna stumble upon some more. Like you go to their page and you see like who they're tagged with and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to keep some ugly people on your social media.
No, for sure.
Oh, we need to get off immediately.
But yeah, so if any absolute horn dogs listening right now, Alex Mucci, she's she goes to a lot of it is just she goes to historic European locales. A lot of it is her at the airport. Just like how are you the TSA?
Right.
Yeah.
Just washing the car.
Yeah. So shout out Alex. I hope you keep expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna say Alex to 10 million followers by the end of this episode.
Yeah.
She's at 8.4. Let's get her to 10.
There's one where she's wearing Ronaldo, another girl's wearing Messi. Do you like soccer?
I watch like the Olympics.
Okay,
not the Olympics. I watch the World Cup.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no strong opinions about it.
No.
Do you have any sense about? This is hilarious.
I watched Messi. This is nuts. I watched Messi rip his ankle up in that. What was that? The Copa final.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was good. Can we go to the last one, which is Wes Watson? Shout out Matt McCusker. He turned me on to Wes Watson.
It's got to be Alfie. It's got Alpha.
This guy's the best, dude.
At 2:45, some people's self-talk is I'm tired, I can't do this is miserable. Mine's like, you can't stop me. How the fuck could you ever stop me? I'm the motherfucker who's going to do all this. During adversity, if your self-talk is supporting the person you want to be on the other end, then what you're doing is preparing yourself when real shit happens. That's how you can create a real motherfucker. Awesome. Can I wake up? Then I'm up at 2:45.
I gotta hear the.
I can't do this. This is miserable. Mine's like, you can't stop me. How the fuck could you ever stop me? I'm the motherfucker who's going to do all this.
How the fuck can you stop me?
If your self-talk is supporting the person you want to be on the other end, then what you're doing is preparing yourself when real shit happens. That's how you can create a real motherfucker.
The best is it's always videos of them on a podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, what podcast is this? What's the 2-hour conversation of this? Oh, dude, this is actually hilarious. The first, because he said, I wake up at 2:45 a.m. Number one comment from Real Bad Wolf is, what time do you go to sleep? That's actually an amazing question.
What do you say?
It's like, because it's a lot less, it's a lot less cool when you think like, oh, so you're going to bed at 7 p.m.? Are you a loser? Are you like 90 years old?
Right. He goes to sleep.
Fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah, Wes Watson, he was in prison for some reason or other. And now he's like a ripped influencer guy. His videos have this insane production value where it's just like nonstop image after the other. It just like doesn't give you a second to breathe. I also love the subtitle aesthetic, which is just one word at a time. Because most of the people following him can't like read more than one word on his screen.
I imagine he's got demons. He went to prison, so he can't sleep much.
Yeah.
In general. That's why he's up at 2:45.
I guess so, yeah. I don't know what he went to prison for. I'm curious. But Wes, I'd love to have you on this podcast, and you could tell me why I'm a bitch. I'd love to hear it. Also, where is he at a mall or like a...
Yeah, that was nuts. I don't even...
I guess I think probably his like nice house that's like...
How do you get all this, though?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Damn. Okay. Robbery, burglary, assault, and battery. That's what he went to prison for.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty serious stuff.
Damn. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's on my algorithm. Talib, I appreciate you sharing this journey with me. I feel like it felt very vulnerable, but I think it's nice to share the crazy things that are going on my feed.
I feel inspired.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel like I'm ready to get some abs.
That's good. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna wake up at 2:45.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna stop me.
What's the earliest you've consistently gotten up?
I'm probably like 7:38.
Okay.
Only because I've tried to do 6 a.m. on many occasions. Like, oh, wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It only lasts like a week.
It's tough.
It's just rough, man. It's rough.
I don't mean to flex. I do wake up at 6 a.m. habitually.
What time you go to sleep?
Like 10:30, 11.
Oh, so yeah, because you had to commit. Like that's the thing.
I commit to because I don't stay out super late unless I have a spot, and then I do.
Right.
But typically I then try to go to sleep. before midnight. Because you know what? I like getting up in the morning and having like an hour to do nothing.
Right.
I appreciate that a lot. I like sitting by the window and looking at a plant and drinking coffee. And like I like waking up and not having to do stuff right away.
Nah, my shit's hectic.
So you get up and you're like, fuck.
I get up and it's
time to go to work.
It's go time. Like,
do you work remote or do you go to an office?
Nick, a little bit of everything, but
okay,
both,
sure,
yeah. And it's like, it's like I'm getting, unless I have something to do before work.
Yeah,
I'm probably getting up, and I'm probably like, get right to it.
Yeah.
Or like, there's sometimes when you just like you get that morning pee and you can't go back to sleep after that. So then you're up. So then at that point, then I'm gonna go work out
for sure.
I'll go
get some abs.
Yeah, get some abs. Yeah. Get that half an ab. If I can get that.
I think you know what I want. I want my pecs to protrude out further than my stomach. If not for abs, I would like for the protrusion ratio to be reversed.
Just the gut. Just get back in. Get in there. Chest, you step forward.
Yeah, that's what I'd like. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Can we? So we like to talk about. We like to end every episode by talking about a painting and talking about a poem. Would you like to look at a painting with me?
Yeah. I mean, do I have a choice?
I mean, you do. Yeah. If you're like, I'm not interested in that.
I would love to.
But yeah, this is. Let's see what this is called. This is the painting by Utagawa Kuniyoshi, and the painting is called Tenjiku Tokubei Riding a Giant Toad.
Wow!
And it's an example of a form of Japanese art called ukiyo-e, which I think was these big wood blocks that were like 10 feet tall, and they would like display in public, and it was kind of like going to the movies, I think, in 19th century Japan or something.
Okay.
So they would just show stuff like that and be like, look at this crazy ass image. But yeah, so to our listeners on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, who once again, you should be watching this on YouTube. What is going on in this painting? Could you describe it to our listeners? Talib.
You see a samurai-looking guy. On top of his fit is insane. He's dressed like a Met Gala.
His fit is cool.
Yeah, he's got
a
really really big Met Gala fit going on.
Yeah, it's like a patterned robe.
Yeah, it's
like blue and gold.
Blue and gold, very colorful.
Yeah,
he's very focused on top. His feet are. He's
in a really weird position on the toad.
He's kind of like sitting like crisscross applesauce on top of a toad.
Yeah. What's he doing with his like hands?
He's doing stretching his finger. I do that stretch. You ever do that stretch?
Oh,
you stretch it. Like you stretch your you pull your fingers back.
Yeah.
It's like the carpal tunnel. So I guess he's using a laptop.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that is such a lame thing for me doing. This like incredibly cool image.
And he's on top of this toad. This toad seems like he's not enjoying this.
Yo, dude, this toad. He looks like he's got an epic foot cramp right now.
Yeah. This toad is
ever getting one of those motherfuckers in
bed?
It's like ah!
This toad is in serious pain.
Yeah.
He should. This guy should get off the toad. I think this guy should really get off.
You
the
think
toad.
so?
Yeah, this toad did not ask for him to be on top of him.
The toad's not happy about it.
Yeah. The toad is in excruciating pain.
I think so. I think this is a sick painting. I do want to say that. It's like so cool. I love this kind of art. It's obviously not just because it's Japanese, but it feels really like a big precursor of, manga and anime, that kind of like absurd, fantastical beasts and animals and cool guys doing like violence, all kind of matched together. Also the background is kind of cool. There's a lot of like movement lines in the background.
Kind of like flames.
Like I feel like if I were to like with sound describe it, it sounds like it's like there's a lot of that in the background.
Damn, that was a good whoosh.
Yeah, you think so? I was just kind of. Oh, then there's like a kind of like an eye of a peacock almost in his robe, like at the very like that thing right there.
Oh shit! I didn't think that.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, Illuminati eye.
Yeah. So overall, so that's Tenjiku Tokubei riding a giant toad. I guess he was some kind of guy that went on a lot of adventures. I don't really know. I don't think he was a samurai. Just some sort of mythical creature in Japanese folklore.
Samurai was on me being somewhat racist, I guess, maybe.
No, not
I
at
wasn't
all.
trying to be, but
No.
I just that's the best way I can describe
It's a pretty good approximation of what he is. Yeah, but I don't know if he. Are you into anime or manga or anything?
Not really.
You never got to Dragon Ball Z?
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. RP to the dude, to the big dog.
Yes, RIP for sure. Akira Toriyama.
There you go.
Yeah.
I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, and then I just.
Did you watch like the whole thing? Were you like was super into it?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch it.
What's like your favorite moment from Dragon Ball Z that you can remember?
Shit, not much. My memory.
Okay. Do you remember
TV shows is bad?
Do you remember the Cell saga?
No.
Okay, Cell was the alien that would suck people up through his tail. It's on the screen right now. You don't remember this guy?
I remember this guy.
Yeah. And then at the end of the Cell saga, Gohan defeats him by summoning the power of his dead father, Goku. And he does an epic Kamehameha. And
I think I've seen that.
One of the greatest moments in television history, honestly.
Yeah.
You can probably, Scott, would you mind pulling that up on YouTube?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like this is going to pump me up really hard.
Yeah, this is 2:45 wake up.
Yeah.
This is how you get up.
I'm not going to be able to sleep after that. Yeah, I'm going to be up till 2:45 a.m. So yeah, but Dragon Ball Z was the only one I really watched. I never got into Naruto or anything.
Same.
Yeah.
Last Airbender, you know that?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I had some friends who were like all about it.
Yeah, people get locked in on their not Avatar, but their yes, Avatar, but their anime. What was your
television
Star and the Star
when you were a kid?
I watched a lot of Martin. I watched a lot of Fresh Prince. I watched a lot of Disney Channel. I used to really fuck with Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, dude, same.
Lizzie McGuire, That's So
yeah.
Raven.
I watched a ton of Disney Channel.
Yeah, I was Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I watched Nickelodeon too, but I think Disney Channel had the edge for me.
Yeah. All right. This video is 3 minutes and 13 seconds long, so which is appropriate for. It's very appropriate for Dragon Ball Z because they stretched everything out like crazy. But yeah, this is the climactic moment coming up. Okay, so Goku's in heaven. He's telling Gohan.
Sure, he's in heaven.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's dead, and he's like appearing on the scene, and he's like, "Gohan, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you my powers." And then everyone's sort of like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen?"
Sorry, guys. This is the only place I could think to bring him. Well, you could have called first.
Does this bring back any memories for you, Kelly?
It does. Because the drawings are they still hold up.
And they do. It's true. The art's very cool. They really know how to milk a moment. This was like psychedelic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think this might not be the moment I was thinking of because this feels like this is not the climactic Gohan defeating Cell, but it is another cool moment from that saga. But I would recommend anybody who's listening to look that up on YouTube and watch it, or watch all 700 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Go binge Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. Go binge it, especially if you're a woman, you'll love it.
Before the next episode of this podcast.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Gohan Super Saiyan to kill Cell. He does a one-handed Kamehameha. Uh-oh. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot that Vegeta had a hand in this.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. Yes. Oh. Dude. There it is. Oh man, I remember that shot of him walking forward doing it.
Epilepsy right here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The cell gets completely pulverized. Yeah, that's the stuff. Wow. Scott, thank you. Thank you for finding that.
You know what really brought back memories of? There
Yeah.
was this kid in my neighborhood. Yeah, we used to like all playing shit and play basketball, play football, whatever, play other sports. And Dragon Ball Z came on at 5.
Yeah.
And we used to get out of school like 2. Like,
For sure,
school
yeah.
Like 2:30. So we'll go play right after school. But like at 5 p.m.
Get the fuck back inside.
He had to like, he would go watch Dragon Ball Z. Like, no matter what we were doing, no matter like
Yeah.
how, hey, games to 11, it's 10-10.
Yeah.
He was going to fucking.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is a classic YouTube.
One of my first stand-up shows, I mocked this kid. I did this on stage. Shit bomb, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah. This is the kid that just goes Super Saiyan. Yeah. Look at his forehead vein.
Nah, he's for real.
Yeah. Do you know what's great about him too is that he really nails the timing of Dragon Ball Z, where it's like you can't just do ha like 2 times. You have to do it like 16 times in a row with like differing intensification. Yeah, take the shirt off. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, Scott. Wow. What a beautiful show.
Yeah, damn.
It offered so much to culture.
Where's what is it? Could you stream it out? Where would it be at?
You probably, yeah, I have no idea where you can stream it, but I'm sure you can. Dude, I was going to ask you, as a screenwriter, Talib, what stage directions would you write for a Dragon Ball Z scene where 2 people are just shooting beams at each other? Because I was just thinking about it. It's like he pushes the beam harder. He screams with more intensity, and you just have to do that like 6 times in a row.
Yeah, that shit is 3 pages long.
Yeah, for sure.
The beam flashes.
Yeah,
even harder.
Yeah, but the other beam is stronger for a second.
He's still standing though.
Oh, that's it. Well, this is fascinating. The evolution of beam struggles from. So I guess it's just this kind of like style of fighting in. This is only in Dragon Ball Z, I guess.
Scion Nation.
Beam struggles. That's also a thing in Harry Potter. Like 2 like wizards doing like spells, and they're just like ah.
It's crazy. I'm wondering. So just a random thought. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars, I guess they the beam originators, right? Star Wars is like the beam.
Well, they have like lights. They have lightsabers and they have like lasers, but I don't know if there's like
the beam
directed energy force like that. Yeah, I wonder what the first thing that had an energy beam like that was. Can we read some poetry?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so Scott, do we have the AI voice pulled up? If not, we'll just start.
Charles Bukowski.
Okay, so we got a couple options. I can read this poem. You can read this poem, or we can have an AI voiceover technology read the poem.
AI better.
Yeah, you want to do AI? Okay.
Yeah.
This is So You Want to Be a Writer by Charles Bukowski. Do you have any relationship with Charles Bukowski as a writer? Do you know anything about him?
No, I've heard the name though.
So Charles Bukowski, as far as I know, I've read one of his books and I have some familiarity. Lives in LA, famous drunk. A lot of his stuff was somewhat misogynistic, but he is very influential on a lot of like countercultural, writers and stuff like that. Very kind of plain spoken.
You in spite of everything.
There you go. Okay, so we're gonna listen to "So You Want to Be a Writer" by Charles Bukowski.
Take it away, AI.
You in spite of everything, don't do it. Unless it comes unasked out of your heart and your mind and your mouth and your gut, don't do it. If you have to sit for hours staring at your computer screen or hunched over your typewriter searching for words, don't do it. If you're doing it for money or fame, don't do it. If you're doing it because you want women in your bed, don't do it. If you have to sit there and rewrite it again and again, don't do it. If it's hard work just thinking about doing it, don't do it. If you're trying to write like somebody else, forget about it. If you have to wait for it to roar out of you, then wait patiently. If it never does roar out of you, do something else. If you first have to read it to your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your parents or to anybody at all, you're not ready. Don't be like so many writers. Don't be like so many thousands of people who call themselves writers. Don't be dull and boring and pretentious. Don't be consumed with self-love. The libraries of the world have yawned themselves to sleep over your kind. Don't add to that. Don't do it. Unless it comes out of your soul like a rocket, unless being still would drive you to madness or suicide or murder, don't do it. Unless the sun inside you is burning your gut, don't do it. When it is truly time, and if you have been chosen, it will do it by itself, and it will keep on doing it until you die or it dies in you. There is no other way, and there never was.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, AI voiceover technology.
Did it sound like the AI kind of like turned black midway through the fucking?
That's funny. That would be a funny thing to preset. It's like, I would like you to start white and end black.
Why is
That's true.
Change?
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I guess he got into the spirit of the poem, I suppose.
Yeah, passion.
What did you think of this poem?
It was it felt like a personal attack.
Yeah, did it feel like a personal attack?
Yeah, what do you mean I can't run it by somebody before I fucking...
So that's the part that felt the most.
Yeah, I was like,
what the hell?
It's like second opinion sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Other perspectives.
Can we go back to that? Wait, no, I can go back to it. I have it here. If you first have to read it to your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your parents or to anybody at all, you're not ready. Okay, I think it's like, I do like running things by people, but I think there's something to that where it's like, for example, if you write like 2 pages of a script and immediately you're like, I want to show this to somebody, it's too early.
Yeah,
you gotta finish the thing.
Yeah.
So I guess like there's something to that there.
Yeah.
So that part felt like a personal attack. Did any other part feel particularly, I don't know, critical or discouraging to you?
Nothing discouraging. I think it for me it kind of sounded like the opposite of what you're told as a comic sometimes, where it's like when you're like, you got writer's block,
yeah,
and you know, struggle with that. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, if it ain't coming out of you, then you ain't ready.
It's not you.
It's not you.
Yeah, right.
Whereas like, hey, sometimes you just ain't got it that day. So I feel like
sure,
it felt like the opposite.
That is true. Yeah.
To the comedy, to the writing discipline of like, hey, just get it out, it'll find you.
Yeah, the way I always thought about it was that whether or not inspiration comes, your work as a writer is to sit down and be ready to execute when the inspiration does come.
Right.
You have to, like, the window's got to be open.
Yeah.
You have to be in front of the computer. You have to, like, be there at work. Mm-hmm. And then inspiration comes and then you like seize on it. But if you're just like sitting around doing nothing, I'm like, well, the muse didn't speak to me today.
Right.
The muse never will.
Literally, yes. Yeah. For sure. Do you feel like your best work, best thoughts, best jokes come from when you're sitting down, or when is it like when you're out running about?
It's like, well, I was going to ask you about Mad Men before because you're in advertising now. But Mad Men, there's a thing that Don Draper says, I think in the first episode or very early on, that still rings true to me, where he's like, sit down and work on it really hard and then forget about it and go to sleep and something will come to you. So it's like you have to work at it, fucking bang your head against the wall, try a bunch of different shit, feel frustrated, and then the machinery of your mind eventually will supply you with something that you didn't expect.
Right. No, I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, but it also depends. I think for stand-up, typically it's like I'll do sets and they'll go poorly or well, and then in the middle of me going about my day, I'll think of something.
Right.
But then for scripts, it's like I have to just sit down and write.
Yeah, for sure. Or sometimes, like, what helps me is like you said, replace the like go to sleep thing. Sometimes I like if I go somewhere.
Yeah. Walk for sure.
Yeah, walk. Or like I have to like go to like a baby shower or some shit.
Yes.
And then it'll click there. Oh, fucking, then it'll hit me.
Yeah.
Like going about the business that I have to do that today.
Were there any lines in this poem that you liked or that felt meaningful to you or that you liked the sound of or anything?
Get it and I'll do it. Oh yeah, if you're trying to write like somebody else, forget about it. That's great. That's
pretty good. Yeah, that's good advice.
Good advice.
I would say like half of this is good advice. Half of this is like, or I don't know what the percentages are. Some of this is good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this is you got to get over yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this to Charles, yes.
Mr. Bukowski.
And some of it is quite beautiful. Like I think the idea. Well, I don't know. I feel ambivalent about this. Unless it comes out of your soul like a rocket, unless being still would drive you to madness or suicide or murder, don't do it. Unless the sun inside you is burning your gut, don't do it. I think I like unless the sun inside you is burning your gut. I do think that's a beautiful image.
Yes.
The whole thing about being still would drive you to madness or suicide or murder. It's like, all right, chill.
Yeah.
Some of us just have jobs.
Yeah, like relax. But I agree with you though. Like this is like there's a lot you can pick and choose from that could be like applied to you. You take that. Like I'm now gonna take my copy. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna take my copy.
Please.
This is a great because I think this is just something. I'm gonna like keep this in mind.
Nice. Okay, cool. So there is a part of it that's inspiring me.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think a lot of there's a whole advice for writer industry, like Robert McKee's story and whatever, all that kind of stuff where it's like how to write a screenplay and save the cat and all that.
Yeah.
So much of it is, I think, intended. It's like it's discouraging to read. It's like selling a screenplay is so hard and you'll never do it. And here's why it's so hard.
Yeah.
And here's how hard it is to tell a story. And here's all the things from mythology you have to memorize to understand story structure. And I think it's just like a way for people to get freaked out about even trying at all.
Yeah.
So in a way, this sort of fits into that, where it's like, unless you're burning with inspiration and you're this like luminescent talent for the ages, it's not worth doing it at all. But in a way, it's just like, I guess, it's more about your personal drive.
Yeah, simplify it.
Yeah, you just simplify it, yeah. And it's like, and I would say, I mean, it kind of feels ridiculous to say this. I kind of do relate to that, because I do think I'm not going to kill anybody if I don't write.
Right.
I'm just going to feel kind of bummed out. But I do think it's like, it helps me process my life to write.
For sure.
And I think if I don't do it, I feel bummed out.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like even when you talk about like you like trying to get abs, right? Like, I started like this summer.
Let's bring it back to the important stuff.
It's always about the abs. Yeah. But this summer I started working out like a lot more than I have.
Nice.
In any time frame of my life, right? And in my adult life at least. And like it became like I got so used to it that like if I didn't do 4 days a week, I felt.
Oh, that's a good place to get to.
Yeah, because there was times where I used to like I would work out for 3 days and they're like, oh, okay, so I'm not at work. I got anyway. Yeah. But like it was especially like July, early August, like I kept like, man, I got to find this. I got to get this workout in.
That's good.
I felt I was in bed like, damn, I didn't work out today.
No, I know you feel antsy.
Yeah. So to get to that place as a writer, to get to that place in anything you're doing, it's a good sign of like. This is a part of you. This is a part of your routine, and you feel like you broke the habit and you feel away. Like that's a good thing. Yeah. The line about if you're doing it for money or fame, don't do it. Like those are good lines.
For sure.
Really good lines about you can't do it for the praise or like the rewards, these tangible rewards or financial rewards. You got to do it because you like it, because there's no guarantee anyway. Yeah.
Oh, you know what line I don't like is if you have to sit there and rewrite it again and again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wrong.
It's wrong. That's wrong.
You have to rewrite all the time.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like
nobody's perfect on the first take. I mean, unless you're perfect Jay-Z, but other than that.
Well, and I think Bukowski is very much a first draft writer. It's like you just kind of, here's what I'm thinking about.
What I say is if
I went to the bar and pissed on the floor and hit my wife, that's kind of his vibe.
If I could tell him to rewrite this, there's a lot of this shit to rewrite.
Yeah,
there's a lot to go reconsider. But
this guy, I know I didn't think about this connection before, but the tone of this is very Wes Watson-y. It's it's John Bukowski's the Wes Watson of poetry
of his time.
Yeah,
like, how the fuck are you gonna stop?
Exactly. Yeah. And then, oh damn, I was gonna say something else that I can't remember. It wasn't that important, but
You have to wait for it to roar out of you, but then wait patiently. If it never does roar out of you, do something else.
But yeah, Talib, it was really nice having you on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
This
I
was really
appreciate it.
fun.
Do you have anything you'd like to plug to my listeners?
Just Instagram at Talib Babb. Follow Zen Comedy, or as a sketch group I'm part of, Zen Comedy.
Sweet.
ZANG Comedy. All the social media. Yeah, at Talib Babb, TALIB BABB. A lot of B's in there, but you'll figure
Yes.
it out. It'll pop up like the time you type Talib and B, the second B.
Yeah. Talib's videos are great, very funny. You had a really funny one about how difficult it is to get your delivery.
Thank you. Yeah,
there's like a scene where you're like on a plane with like a neck pillow.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
I appreciate that. Yeah, just trying to do more shit like that.
Yeah.
You're in the house a lot, so like you're like
For sure, yeah.
let's fucking. Because you see people online, you're like, oh, they do like, their apartment is their set.
Yeah.
I can be a snob sometimes with how I shoot sketches. I'm like,
Right.
I want a real fucking camera. I want
Sure.
Like, just play around. Sometimes I'll play around with the shit from my phone. It's like, get some shit here. Put a little green screen here, there.
For
TikTok.
sure. But yeah, follow Talib and watch his stand up. He's very funny. And Talib, thank you again for doing the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate anybody watching or listening. And keep supporting Pedro. Pedro again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very, very, very unique, one of a kind, one comic, man. You're very refreshing comic.
That's
what
really nice to hear. Thank you.
You're like, you see Pedro on the show, I want to watch this set. Like,
Thanks, man.
how
So that's a high compliment. You want comics to pay attention. I would say, to my detriment, I've wanted respect from comics more than I have wanted audiences to.
No, it's crazy. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
you want that respect from your peers because like your peers know comedy. Like,
Yeah.
But you watch your comic set. They're like, oh, I'm watching Pedro. I gotta see what the fuck is Pedro cooked up now.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, so
Appreciate
keep doing it, man. Thanks.
Hello, dear.